Hello there, friends, and welcome back to more Metaphor Fantazio. Last time, we reached the summit of the Regolith Grand Cathedral, near where the Royal Scepter is handled. We also got a lot of money with the merchant, putting us pretty nice with our cash. We also increased Moore's bond rank to rank 2, allowing us to access the archetype tree from the main menu. I'll be honest, this was not a thing I mentioned in the previous episode. I talked about how this being able to change your archetype from your equipment menu was not something that I actually really did all that often in my first full playthrough of this game. That's because, one, I didn't read the tutorial about this properly, and I didn't actually know you could do this. I thought that I actually couldn't swap archetypes in the main menu without going to Academia until I got this ability. So I was very happy when I got this, despite the fact that, yeah, I could have actually just swapped archetypes here. So, but yeah, with being able to unlock archetypes while in the main menu, not having to go to Academia, that is really nice. So I will take it, regardless of it not being exactly what I thought it was in my first playthrough. Anyways, today we are going to be confronting Zorba the Necromancer, and hopefully putting a stop to the Day of Calamity. So, let's get started.
Scepter! Has he truly taken it? How could he have dispelled those wards alone? No. Even if he has it, we've seen no signs of escape. Were the Scepter his only target, he'd not have stayed with him.
Where'd he go? No one's seen him, so he must still be close by.
That's the only other way out, right?
If he's gone ahead, he could only be on the roof. But what could he seek there?
There's more to his plan than stealing the scepter. Probably that day of calamity he's been raving about. He said we had until the morning is over? We must stop him!
Don't worry, Stroll, we're working on it. Let's hurry to the roof, we have to stop Zorba. That is very true, but also, I want to talk about preparations. If you're very on edge about how low our MP is or how low your MP is, don't forget, you can swap over to the mage with Will and go down to the lower floors and just one-shot all of those wolves over and over and over again until you've got the MP that you want. Honestly, the MP that I have right here, I'm pretty okay with. It'll be tight. It will be tight, but I think we'll be okay. Regarding set preparations, barely anything has changed. Stroll and Hulkenberg are the same as always, and Will has gone back to mage. However, I have given him access to Medi as his inherited skill. I want to have this so that essentially Will play Team Healer. He'll have the ability to deal some decent damage if we need it, but I'll be perfectly honest, Bot, Blizz, and Conde are not going to be very helpful here. I have him on Mage primarily because we will have the highest magic stat, which will help with Medi's healing, and if we desperately need to, Blizz will come in handy and will be one of his hardest hitting abilities. Mage also will allow us to trigger some other synthesis skills. Primarily, if I can tab over to him, it'll allow us to trigger Energy Ray. And because Will will have his highest magic stat right there on Mage, I would rather have him be on Mage than Healer. Also, Healer has a very crippling weakness to strike damage, and I do not want to have that in this encounter. So, let's keep moving forward. Another good recommendation I have is maybe Seeker, but I don't want to use Seeker right now. I want to use Mage because of the higher magic stat.
Onward.
Zorba's just ahead, on the roof. Let's go! Outside we go. Just seeing how big this cathedral is, even on the outside. And then getting a panning shot of all of Grand Trad and the dead human out there.
However,
Human corpse in the plaza. I imagine 'twill be difficult to dispose of. Just look how far we have gone. It can hardly be left to rot in the middle of the royal capital. I mean, you can see where we usually shop in the Grand Cathedral, far to the distance. This is insane how big this place is, and how little we get to explore of it. It's insane. Then over here, we keep climbing up. Sorry, Stroll, you gotta see more stairs. We can see the king himself. Look, the king's face. Still can't fathom it, to be honest. Looking down on us. I prefer a king with a face in the sky to one that'll doom us all, like Luis. You said it, Stroll. Well, let's go ahead and put Zorba down. If you need to save or check out Academia, there you go. Plateau is here if you need to pet him. I do not. Let's settle this. We're finally here. Zorba should be up ahead.
Yeah.
Aye, we'll put a stop to him once and for all.
This is the royal scepter, is it? Divine relic, progenitor of all igniters. Now I need only keep it safe until the handover.
Trespasser. The faith of the people doth not lie with thee. Thou art unworthy of the crown's authority. Until a worthy successor rises, I shall keep the scepter. Only one may wield the magic of kings, the true protector of the people.
There you have it. The king will only forfeit the royal scepter to a people's champion. So, no risk of it falling into someone else's hands for now. Meaning Lord Luis's victory is assured. All that remains is my glorious calamity. Oh, how they will cry when the swell of Magla bursts. How they will beg and crawl and plead for Lord Luis's salvation. There you are.
Where is the royal scepter?
The fallen king protects it. The scepter is beyond us all. For the time being, that is. Now, if you're finished, be gone from my sight. I'll not harm you either. Even I have some sympathy for fools. Oh, we'll see ourselves out. Once we knock Luis's whereabouts out of you. I'm sorry. Do you actually think you can stop me?
Why don't we find out?
I see now! No wonder I couldn't understand your actions. They're baseless, utterly unfounded.
Madness ill becomes you, Zorba.
You again. What would you know of it? I know no lady knights. Wait! A knight with blood-red tresses. Don't tell me you're the buffoon who failed to protect the prince.
Judgments mean nothing from a man who sullies the dead. You've fallen far yourself.
Perhaps I am unworthy of the royal scepter, but I can still bring change to this world. I can still teach them true fear.
You'll find that hard to do from a dungeon, blackguard. The time has come for you to face justice.
You, knight, have no idea what real justice is. And that mistake will cost you your life. Rejoice, rats! That willless assassin is dead. But I shall gladly send you to join him! Now die! Lord Luis's destined kingdom will be built atop your bones! What destined kingdom? Tell us where Luis has gone, or we'll tear the words from you!
For all the innocent lives you played for pawns, I shall make you pay!
We don't stop him, there's no telling how much he'll destroy.
And thus, our battle against Zorba begins. Now, he is an interesting fellow. As we all know very well now, he is a necromancer, so you can already guarantee that he's gonna bring some of his favorite little skeleton buddies out of here. This fight definitely has you focus on using synthesis skills. We are going to want to use those to win the day. Now, Zorba himself, I will tell you right now, despite us not knowing his weaknesses or resistances, he is not weak to anything. However, he is resistant to fire, ice, wind, and electric. Yeah, as I said, Mage's actual damage output will not be super helpful here. Right now, I'm going to have Stroll in the back row. We're going to pass over to Will. And I think what we're going to do is... Actually, let's pass over to Hulkenberg. What I want to do is I want to begin... I want to prep Hammer of Justice. We're going to move Hulkenberg to the front, and we're going to use Hammer of Justice. Heavy physical pierce damage to one enemy and inflicts a one-time weakness to pierce. We'll have to pay full cost for this right now, but if we just keep using this every time Hulkenberg's turn comes around, it will always give us 2 extra press turn icons. I just combined both of those terms into one. Okay, 497, not bad, but now he's weak to pierce every time we use that ability. He's gonna pull our strings and bring out a corpse, and it'll attack us. Not too bad, but there's that strike damage. That's why I didn't bring a healer, because if they attacked Will, it would have given him more turn actions. Now, how do we deal with the undead? Zorba's gonna be constantly spawning in undead, and if we leave them alone, he will eventually apply rage to them, which will just overwhelm us with physical damage. So we need to take care of them. Let's use Energy Ray. Heavy physical damage, light damage to one enemy. Power proportional to caster's remaining HP. Is light based. So if we use the Energy Ray, we will do weakness damage, a lot of it, and we can utilize Will's healing magic to top off Stroll every single time he uses Energy Ray. Then we can go into the front row with Hulkenberg and utilize Hammer of Justice. Because this will inflict a one-time weakness to Pierce, and he's weak to Pierce right now, it will continuously add a weakness to Pierce every single time. So we can deal crazy damage to him, get extra press turns, and I think for right now, we will do Battle Cry.
I've bodies to spare.
He's got bodies to spare! He brings out a Corpse Thrall. As long as if there's no Corpse Thralls on the field, he will always summon at least one, and then the Corpse Thrall will move. So, with Will, we're gonna go ahead and pass turn. And then for Hulkenberg, we're gonna use Hammer of Justice. Dealing, so much damage. Then we can use Energy Ray. Now we're really running out of MP here. So I think I actually might need to use an MP restoring item. I was not planning on having to do this, but I think I might have to. We have 20 MP, we have Magla Pills. Let's use this on... Let's use this on Hulkenberg. Actually, no, let's use this on Stroll. I wasn't expecting to have to do this. I should have mathed it out earlier, but we'll be okay. He's gonna pull our strings! I love his voice line so much. Ooh, the miss! Nice! Okay, defense is returned to normal. That's okay. I think we're just gonna use jump thrusts. We will lose the weakness trigger, but we're gonna be doing a lot of damage to him regardless. 501 damage. We can use our Energy Ray to take care of... Oh, no, a miss! No! Kandera, that's hard-hitting lightning damage. Well, not everything can go to plan, can it? Now, since he gets an extra action, he can summon another zombie. Yeah, that's not ideal. Well, then with Will... Let's see here. Hulkenberg goes next. Let's just try to deal with... Let's heal our team. We're gonna try and just take care of Zorba. We're gonna pass over to Stroll's turn, and we're just gonna do Skullcracker.
You'll be dust! Impossible! This can't be happening! Lord Luis!
500 EXP, 300 AEXP, 2000 mag, 2500 money. This is one of those boss fights where you can absolutely get unscathed bonuses. I just didn't do a strat for that.
Good. 'Tis done. You have desecrated the cathedral. You have plundered graves. You have taken innocent lives. Stand, fiend, and face your sentence.
Don't kill him yet! He needs to tell us where Luis is.
You'll get nothing from me. Just end it and be done.
You know Luis won't return that loyalty. Once you outlive your usefulness, he'll cast you aside.
Lord Luis is everything to me. How could I expect the damned Clamar to understand what it's like? You must know. Surely an elder like you must know what it's like. To be an outcast, to be every fool's scapegoat. They call us lesser tribes. They loathe us. Their speeches of tribal harmony mean nothing, when every day they cheat and abuse us. Do you think I didn't believe once that I never dared to hope my efforts made me equal? Then I heard exactly what they think of us. The lessers are expendable. Send them to the fore, and they shall be our living shields. They doomed us, and laughed as we died.
But these atrocities make you no better than your oppressors.
You know, it's a curious thing. They say Magla is born from pain and negative emotions. Magic is a dangerous art, isn't it? I had thought to gather an unstoppable swell of Magla, but it doesn't matter anymore. Those lordly pigs can drown in their own dread. Sanctism cannot save this world. If we are to be ruled by a god, then let it be Lord Luis!
What did you just do?
This is everything I've been building my Magla for! A little early, perhaps, but now you can experience my glorious day of calamity!
Hey! Tell us where Luis is!
Ah, my lord, Luis.
Damn it! What's happening? This feels like...
It's a human! The human lives!
A human? Wait, is it that monstrosity Luis brought to the funeral? It wasn't dead?
No. That was Zorba's gift, wasn't it? Animation. Reanimation.
Gigantic human is wreaking havoc in Grand Trad. At this rate, Zorba's scheme to unleash a day of calamity will come true.
Did he sacrifice his own life to... No. If that monster breaches the city...
We have to get down there and help.
The place is collapsing! Hurry!
I need to put a stop to Zorba the Necromancer's plan and prevent the rampage of the human he unleashed. At this rate, all of Grand Trad will suffer from this terrible disaster. We finally made it to the bottom. It was a hell of a collapse. Zorba's spell practically took the whole place down. What a mess.
Look.
Look, our egress is straight ahead. It should lead to the Cathedral's plaza.
Hurry.
Brilliant! Let's stop that monster!
Damn it.
If that monster gets loose, it'll burn the whole capital to the ground.
I pledge.
And let us ensure it doesn't. We must stop it here. You've gotten fully healed if you need to make any preparations because, of course, we're going up against a human. Be sure to do it now. I personally am not going to be making any changes to my team composition. What I've got right here will work just fine for what we've got ahead. So, let's do this. Once we're outside, we're going straight for that monster in the plaza. Are you ready? Let's take it down. On my knight's honor, I will protect the city. Zorba's calamity ends now.
How can this be? Was this creature's rebirth Zorba's plan all along?
If it escapes, if it makes it to the city,
It spotted us!
His Highness's home must still stand when he returns. I will end this here!
Another city in ruins. Never again. It dies or I do.
It's coming!
Look at the size of that thing.
It would be catastrophic if it breached the city! We must stop it!
But how are we supposed to kill something this huge?
Look there! That can be little else but the heart. Surely to strike there would give it pause.
But it's too high up for our weapons to reach. Do we use magic?
A viable plan. Yet surely if we can knock the creature down first, its heart will be close enough to strike with steel.
Then we bludgeon the torso, knock the wind out of it. Hard to miss a target that size, at least.
Start by attacking the
And
bomb.
thus, our battle against Homo Avades has begun. So we have two targets here. We have the heart, which seems to be our main target, and we have the shell. As Stroll mentioned, it's best to target the shell first and knock the wind out of Homo Avades so we can attack the heart properly. However, that does not stop you from actually fighting the heart. If you just want to ignore the gimmick of the encounter, you can just fight it. I don't recommend that though. Let's go ahead and use Skullcracker to bust open this shell. 457 damage and it's weak to it, nice. Which also means that our mage weapon could also do decent damage. I think I'll go ahead and do that just so we can get the extra press turn icon. Nice.
Is everyone all right?
We'll get into this in a second. Let's go ahead and pass turn. We want to break this shell. Let's use Perfect Punch. Broke open this shell. There's something inside of it there. But now the heart is available to us to attack.
We did it! Now we can go for its heart.
Let's stay calm.
Let's... So the heart itself, let's see what... Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and heal Stroll. I think that's what I'll do.
I owe you.
Then for Hulkenberg, we will just do Bot. 43 damage because it resists. Fun. Homo Avades has lost its balance, so thankfully we get a free extra turn to do things. I want to pass over to Hulkenberg. We're going to be performing a similar strategy to that what we did with Zorba. I want to use Hammer of Justice to apply a Pierce weakness to this.
I'm counting on you.
That way we can do extra damage to it.
Posed a new weakness.
They're regaining their balance though. Okay. What are they doing in there? Inside the shell are a bunch of soldiers. Okay.
What's that? I think something's coming. Watch out!
So now we have to deal with Homo Avades and these assailants. These have a lot of HP. I would suggest let's go ahead and just back up and guard here.
Let's stay calm.
I want to go ahead and mention, we are going to be getting into a lot more detail about this, but I absolutely adore Homo Avades' design. It's based off of a famous painter, and it's a very iconic painting that inspires a lot of things about Metaphor, and I cannot wait to talk about it. But first things first, we actually have to kill this thing first. Let's go and defend against this ambush assault. Okay, decent damage. If you're on hard mode, that definitely hits a lot harder. And now he's regenerating his shell. 700 HP we gotta get through again. That's not too bad. We've already seen how much damage we can actually do.
Arm seems to restore the shell. It might take some effort, but maybe we should try taking that part out.
So now we have a few more options. We can go straight for the shell as per usual, or you could just fight the heart. We could break the shell open and repeat the same strats we've been doing, but if the heart doesn't go down in the next few actions, then the shell will get fully revived thanks to these hands. So that means that we should probably focus on the hands as well. Let's use Skullcracker to weaken the shell, and then instead of utilizing Will to break open the shell as well, these hands are weak to fire. So let's go ahead and use fire.
Their weakness.
We can follow that up with Hulkenberg. And while we could break open the shell here, I want to try and take care of these hands. What I'm going to do, though, is I'm going to put Stroll in the back row and use Battle Cry. And then we're going to just keep using bots. And then bots again. That breaks open one of those hands. Homo Avades is using Hamon, which is light, it's heavy light damage. 44 is not great, but we can deal with it. Oblivion Dust. I believe that removes all buffs on your on a target, which is not ideal, but we can deal with it. Let's use bots again. I missed it? Oh, come on, Will, come on! Okay, we got that trigger. Let's use Battle Cry again. It'll keep buffing our attack power. We only have to deal with Hamon, that's okay. I don't think any of our party members are weak to light, so we should be okay. Oblivion Dust, just don't hit Stroll. Okay. And then we use bots again. I might try to heal the party on Will's next turn. So let's heal the team. And then we will finish off this hand with Hulkenberg. And then with Stroll's final turn, let's put him to the fore and use Skullcracker. 570 damage. Now we will begin the next turn, which will force Homo Avades to lose their balance, so we get a free full turn. Let's use this turn to pass to Hulkenberg, move her to the front row, and use Hammer of Justice. 732 damage. Then we can use, we could do Skullcracker here. If I passed her, no, I wouldn't get another round, so let's do Skullcracker here. And then let's heal with a Will, just to top off Stroll. And then with Hulkenberg, we can use, I guess she can, I don't actually want to waste that ability, so we will just do Bot, even if it won't do that much damage. Okay, they're regaining their balance. What's their new trick this time? Okay. What are they doing? More enemies showing up in the shell. It's only 3 of them. Oh, no, there's the rest of the reinforcements.
I think those soldiers are coming again. I know. I could cause a scene inside and distract the soldiers.
Use Galka to distract the troops to drop their endurance? Absolutely.
Leave it to me. Leave it to me.
Thanks, Galka. Doing 480 damage to them already.
Let me rest a bit.
No, that was perfectly fine, Galka. You did your job. All right, let's make sure that doesn't go to waste. Let's use Skullcracker. Take all of those assailants down. Now all that's left is the heart over there. I guess we could try to freeze it. I mean, that seems reasonable for a heart. Okay, well, I guess not. Fighting it with regular weapons is not ideal, so let's do this instead. Let's go back and refresh our buffs. Okay, because the ambush was defeated, the attack failed. Soul Scream. That gives him 4 extra turn icons. Incomplete regeneration only gives him 70 HP for his shield, and now he's gonna try and use some attacks. Oblivion Dust. Ooh, oh, it's a forget. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, that was an AoE light move right there, and then Swiping Arc is AoE physical, and we all dodged it. Awesome. The forget is a little unfortunate, but we should be okay. We can break it with just Will. The downside is we can't utilize our synthesis skills because Stroll is currently under the effect of forget. So what we need to do is we have to remedy that real fast. I probably should have done that beforehand, and I don't have anything that can cure forgets. That's actually not very good at all. In that situation, I guess we go for a physical attack here, trigger that weakness hit, and we just punch. We just punch the heart. We don't have any synthesis skills on Will, and we don't really have much else we can do, so I guess we'll use Blizz, because that is his hardest hitting move. And then I think we might get more damage out of Will's just punching. Wow, what a way to finish out this fight. And there we go. Homo Vadis dies to us punching his actual heart.
Not bad, if I say so myself.
I'll strive for greater heights.
Nice. I feel stronger already.
I continue to grow.
Finally, it's over.
You have my sincerest thanks. You risked your life to protect the capital.
We barely protected anything. The royal capital's in chaos, and Grius was one of us. And now he's gone.
Stroll?
On the morning of the funeral, I promised Maria that we'd all be back that evening. Break bread together again. I fought with everything I had, but it doesn't erase the past. It's a hard lesson, but one so obvious. I only wish I'd learned it sooner. What can I begin to tell Maria?
We did all we could, Stroll.
And it wasn't enough. Maria's an orphan now. I hate how powerless I am. I should never have made a promise I couldn't keep.
Listen, Stroll. Alcest made his choice. To live and die for his country. If not for him, His Highness would not be alive now. And I'd not have met you or learned the truth myself. He and everyone else that fell here did not die in vain. And you have not fought in vain either.
There! It's them!
Thank you so much. I thought I'd never see my family again. I'll never take my life for granted again. It's all thanks to you.
No, we didn't do much.
May the teachings guide and protect you. Close your ear.
So you're the ones who put a stop to that madman's scheme, and killed the human besides. Now the soldiers might rest in peace. Seeing that there are others who can take those monsters down, it means we don't have to rely on Luis. It gives us hope. Thank you.
To think there were people watching us without our knowing. Hope, eh? Feels like it's been hard to come by lately.
'Tis a thing easily promised and hard won. But once you have it, it pushes you onward. So long as you let it.
Yes. You're right.
Stopped Zorba the Necromancer's plot and was able to protect the peace of Grand Trad. Nevertheless, was unable to extract Luis's whereabouts from him.
It's a shame we couldn't get anything out of Zorba.
We still need to kill Luis, or the prince's curse will never be lifted. If not even Grius could do it, what chance do we have?
Do you recall, just before Luis would have been struck, he was shielded by some manner of magic?
Are you saying it would happen again? That Luis would be impervious to our attack?
What? That's ridiculous!
Well, we'll get nowhere with idle guesses. To test the theory, we have to find him.
I'll see if my contacts in the Guard have any threads to pursue.
Whoa, that'd be great! The Knights are bound to have more reach than us. And we don't have much to go on otherwise.
But under the circumstances, I expect their forces to be in considerable disarray for a while yet. Don't expect too much.
I've my own matters to attend to. If I floundered this much against Zorba, I'll not stand a chance against Luis. We have to get stronger.
Well, until we've got a lead on Luis, let's make sure we use our time wisely, okay?
Let's rest up for now.
Certainly. Rest is just as important as training, after all.
In any case, let's head back to the inn. And I want to check on Maria, too.
Your attention, please, ladies and gents. We've all seen the royal palace up in the sky, plus a massive magical rock, apparently. All very shocking, I'm positively staggered. Moving on. The bit that gets me is all this talk of the next king. Word is they'll be chosen based on the people's will. Everyone gets a say, but right now, I suppose we ought to talk about all those other faces up on the rock, hadn't we?
Oh, I was wondering about those.
Now, the Sanctus Church has looked into it, and it seems like size matters. More public support, bigger face on the rock, etc. Looks like we've got Sanctifex Forden in the lead, and Count Luis hot on his trail.
Well, naturally Sanctifex Forden is at the top. The real surprise is how anyone else is that close behind him.
Oh, come off it, Count Luis. He's a man's man, a real pillar of strength.
Ugh, wake up, would you? Haven't you seen what's happened to the Grand Cathedral?
Hold your horses now, everyone. Just calm down. Won't do to just focus on the front runners, will it? There are many more pieces in play here. Take a look. Anyone who gets the people's support might be crowned. Anyone. Well, you could do it. Well, I could do it if I liked. Looks like we've quite a few new aspirants up there. All bright-eyed and ambitious monarchs-to-be. Had I a seat, I'd be on the edge of it.
Hold on, aren't you a town crier for the church? They're not going to like you going on about all these other faces.
Oh, please. The Sanctifex's lead isn't so fragile that I could jeopardize it. Besides, a good race would be some terrific entertainment, eh? Keep your eyes up and your ears open, ladies and gents. Albus Batlin, the crier, is going to have all the latest on these promising candidates.
Welcome back. I've heard the news. You took down those dastards under Luis's command, did you?
news travels fast, I see.
Well, just the nature of the inn, isn't it? Information is our lifeblood. I hope this helps him rest in peace.
I will see his dreams fulfilled. I promise you that.
How's Maria holding up?
Still cooped up in her room. She's not eaten a thing.
The city sure isn't astir. I thought it might be news of defeating the human. But there's more to it than that.
Small wonder when any among the populace might be king. Candidates are coming out of the woodwork.
Speaking of which, I've actually heard another rumor. They say Sanctifex Fortin's planning some sort of grand announcement. Word among the Sanctus Church is that it's bound to bring Luis out of hiding.
Really? That'd be great if it's true.
The announcement is supposedly on the 22nd. They'd not be talking about such an exact date if there weren't some truth to it.
We'd best wait before we plan our next move then. Might not have much of a choice, in truth.
We have waited long enough to rule this land.
Scheming king. What sort of man has a contingency plan for his own death?
That face in the sky, is that really the king?
We didn't listen to some blasted rock. Name the new king under our authority and be done with it.
The populace would reject it outright. As it is so clearly born from the king's magic, they trust this decree as the king's own. That aside, when that assassin tried to claim Luis's head, I saw some strange magic foil his killing blow. Is that also the king's doing?
Is that not why we sent for that professed curse-breaker scholar or some such? Send her in, and let us hear her findings.
'Tis an honor, esteemed nobles. I am Rella Melanchorophus Cygnus, daughter of House Cygnus.
Yes, all right, spare us the pleasantries. We want the facts, girl.
Oh, well, concerning the magic that seemed to save Count Luis's life, we've seen similar incidents in different places. It would seem this magic's purpose is to ensure that the coronation cannot be decided by force, only by the trust of the people. If those who have earned a measure of the people's trust are being shielded, it must be by the king's magic. At least, that is my belief.
So what? You're telling me that blasted Luis is invincible now? Damnation!
How distressing. Yet one wonders, is our risen king observing each individual conflict between his aspirants?
I cannot say how it's triggered. Only the king would know the exact conditions, and we obviously cannot simply ask. Though, I can say there is one certain means of bypassing it. A duel could overcome this sorcery.
So they can be killed, but not murdered. Certainly a petty distinction I could only expect from such a blind romanticist.
And, that is everything I know. At the moment, that is.
At this point, Luis's public support rivals our own. Disappointing, really, that so many would desire his vision of shepherd and livestock.
Beasts, the lot of them. A dog is happiest on its leash.
They seek a king with strength, do they? Then let us give them a display of our own power, with grace, nobility, and civility.
Assassins dying in the streets. The people locked in an inescapable power struggle. What was His Majesty thinking?
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
First up,
we've got a few days left before Fortin makes his proclamation. But remember, one way or another, this ends with us facing off against Luis. We can't waste any time. Indeed. Perhaps we should clear the monsters running rampant in the desert. Would seem bounties are available at the recruitment center again as well.
Oh, yeah?
The recruitment center? Wouldn't it be a problem if someone there spots a few new recruits who's supposed to be, dead? After a decade of that scale, after a debacle of that scale, I doubt anyone there will be particularly concerned or idle enough to even notice. Should anyone press you on the topic, merely mention my name. Oh, thanks, Olkenberg. Holy crap, that was a lot. A lot. Waiting for Forden to make his move, you can go meet various people, spend time with your allies, or prepare for the battle against Luis. Accepting requests from townspeople may open up more locations in the city. Always be ready to lend a helping hand. You can exit the city via the Tradia Gate or on Sunlumio Street. We are going to... I guess we'll talk about this too. Having obtained the Follower's Echoes ability from Gallica, you can now periodically hear your followers' voices. Spending time with your followers will in turn increase the support they give you. If you happen to sense their voice, seek them out. Access the follower menu by pushing left on the main or via the main menu. Select a follower and travel to meet them with immediately. We are not going to be doing that today. That was a lot to go over. But we finally defeated Zorba and killed his human. Well, I guess killed it again. It was already dead to begin with. And we've gotten a little bit of information about the king's magic. So, next time on Metaphor Fantazio, we begin spending our days waiting for Forden's announcement. So, with that said, I'll see you soon.